welcome back to Horror Talks with Tate. I'm Tate, your host. In this podcast, as usual, we dive deep into the plots, character development, themes, director cuts, and so much more. We are back with another bonus episode where we talk all things horror with a special guest. As you guys remember, last time we had Nicola Wright with us, and it was so amazing. She was very nice, and we heard a lot of exciting news from her. Anyway, we have another special guest with us in this bonus episode. I would like to welcome you all to Kit Green, who is an actor who played a beloved childhood character, Tinkerbell, for the upcoming horror movie, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I hope you all enjoyed this interview, and please welcome Kit Green.
Great to see you. Hello. Thanks for organizing this.
No problem. Thank you for coming over to my podcast.
No, pleasure.
I cannot wait to see Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Good. Oh, yeah. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see what the edit's like. I think it's going to be really great.
That'll be amazing. So I'm gonna go for the questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
All right. So, how did you get into acting, especially in the horror genre?
Well, my story with this film is slightly unusual because I don't really know a lot about horror and I don't really like horror. Not to say that I don't like it. I'm interested, but I don't particularly enjoy the sensation of feeling uncomfortable and tense. So I and so my to answer your question, I'm an artist. I'm someone who writes shows and creates theatre. So I'm mainly a theatre and comedy and cabaret person. So that's why I've been to Australia a lot, performing at various festivals. So I create my own work but I do occasionally act in other people's things. And so, yeah, I was asked to be in this and it was like, wow, that's something I never thought I would do. And then when I read the script, I was like, this is something I definitely want to do.
Wow, that's really cool. Like I've been a huge fan of horror since like 2018, and my favorite movies are like, of course, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Terrifier.
Right. So
Yeah.
tell me, you must enjoy that feeling of like when the music starts and the creepiness starts and you start to like go, oh, I'm feeling really tense. You obviously you enjoy that.
Yeah, I really enjoy them. I don't get nightmares at all.
I think it's so intriguing because I love it when I'm totally engaged in something and I can't think about real life. But I don't like that feeling of feeling tense. Maybe because I'm tense enough, going to the shops. So as soon as the creepy music starts, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm stressed. But we're all different, and that's great.
Wow, that is great. So, what do you think the audience would feel if they see the movies that you're in?
You mean the Peter Pan film?
Yeah, like the Peter Pan movie.
Yeah, I think they will feel engaged and not be able to think about anything else, and they will also feel quite stressed because
Well,
it's in the good way because it's intense. Peter Pan's intense. Um, but yeah, I mean, just to answer your question a bit wider, the things that I create, the pieces that I create, I love people feeling confused and questioning and what's real and what's not, and all of those kind of feelings. I think these are all really useful, and maybe I've just never really thought about creating something in which people feel scared and stressed. So, maybe it will impact my work as well. Anyway.
yeah, that's amazing. So Do you have like any upcoming projects that you're excited about?
Yeah, I mean, my work is so diverse but it's so not related to this. But I released a solo album last year, and I'm just about, in fact, today starting work on the second one. So I'm really excited about that. I released many albums over the years and as characters, my sort of comedy characters, and now creating things in my own name, personal songs. It's really exciting. So yeah, that's thrilling. There will also be quite a lot of developments horror wise. That's all I'm saying. With the same gang. That gang are amazing, as you know. They're very productive, and there's things in the pipeline.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Like I haven't heard any of your albums. I'm gonna have to go see them.
Yeah, have a listen on Spotify, yeah, or any of those streamers.
Perfect, because my podcast is on Spotify and Amazon Music.
Okay, yeah, great.
Yes. So I'm gonna say ask you the questions about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Yeah, great.
How did you feel when you found out you are playing the beloved Tinkerbell?
I I loved the idea of it, like just being able to say to somebody, "What are you doing? What are you doing next?" And I go, "Well, I'm playing, I'm playing Tinkerbell in a horror version of Peter Pan." Is so cool because everybody knows this character, so that really made me smile to be able to say that, because I'm not exactly totally natural casting, but. Yeah, I was intrigued, and then as I mentioned, like to read the script and see what Scott has done with all of the characters, but especially my character, I was really intrigued by that, and I think it's so rich and complicated, um, in a way that no one would imagine, and I think it's really gonna surprise people, but also it's very resonant what's happening with that character.
Wow, because I remember seeing on Instagram a shot that had you as Tinkerbell in it,
Hmm.
and when the first time I saw Peter Pan, I was never expecting him to be like that.
No, absolutely. I don't think anyone would predict the way that that relationship is, the way that they are with other people, and the whole situation that they're in. I don't think anyone would predict it. But what's really important to say is that I think it all makes sense. It's all psychologically very strong and powerful, actually. And I think I was. I was surprised when reading the script. Like, I was like, oh, this really makes me think about real life, makes me think about my life. And that's maybe my prejudice, but it's not what I expect from the horror genre. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is actually, I would say it's a psychological thriller, rather than horror. It is, of course, horror. But for me, I would say it's a psychological thriller.
Yeah, because like what I heard from Scott, he was thinking about getting it inspired by the Black Phone, which I
Hmm.
love the Black Phone.
Yeah, and he asked me to watch a couple of films that were very inspiring for him, and I really see what he and watching those, I really understood what he was going for.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. What was it like working with the cast and crew on Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare?
It was so great. It was really intense because most of my scenes, not all, but a lot of them were in one location, which is it was an abandoned school in the countryside in England, and it was yeah. So to be in this environment, which is already quite well spooky. It's quite challenging, and then also because there wasn't much, most of it didn't have electricity, and so it was challenging in that way, but also there would be this moment where you'd sort of totally be used to it, and then around 9:30 it would start to get dark, and you'd sort of got used to it being twilight, and then there would be this moment every night we were there where you suddenly would be like, I'm I'm on my own in this abandoned huge building, and then you'd be like, "Where's my phone?" And then you'd have to find your phone because there was no. You would just be in this building, like, of course everyone else was there, but they're all miles away in this huge building, and you'd be there just with your phone, kind of like navigating your way around this building, going, "Yeah, this is objectively quite scary." So that was intense. Everyone was great, and of course, it's like any filming. It's long, long days, and you're all together. So there's this sort of camaraderie, this survival instinct kicks in between everyone.
Wow, wow. Because like I heard, because like you guys finished filming Peter Pan. Y- Yeah, that gets me like very excited to see it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's all wrapped, and then yeah, they're editing away. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. Um, are there like any teasers for the movie? Like without any spoilers?
I don't think there's anything yet. They're just releasing some visuals which you've seen. So
Yeah.
like the teaser poster and a couple of you've seen some portraits of the characters, and I love. For example, everyone working on this is so great at what they do. Their attention, the stills photographer is really great, and he's brought this whole aesthetic just to those stills, which is kind of another layer to the whole world. But no, there's no trailers yet.
Oh, that's fine because I'll be keeping an eye on the trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll be like, oh, like you just said, like it's not what you expected when you first saw the images. I think when you see the footage, you'll be like, oh, okay, right.
Yeah, I bet I'll be like that. Yeah, so I have a feeling that they were thinking about releasing it in Halloween. Uh, do you think that they might release it in Halloween?
I think it's still to be decided. I think there's various options. There's various people who want to host it or whatever. So yes, it's not sorted, but it's definitely in the second half of the year. So it'll be, yeah, it's fairly soon.
Okay. So they're just planning on the release date until they figure out what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I
Okay,
don't know what the latest is.
oh, that's fine. Um, like I've heard that about Puniverse Monster Assemble. Um, I have a feeling, are you coming back? Do you think you might be coming back as Tinkerbell in Puniverse?
Well, I can't say anything for sure. I don't know what Scott said about it. I do know.
That's all right. Because I saw that they got like Tigger like Lewis that he's gonna be in it, and I think they said um the other girl probably from Bambi the Reckoning might be coming, and Scott might be coming back as Christopher Robin.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, all I'll say about it that I know is it sounds great, and I think again the pair of them, Reese and Scott, are planning some really really great surprises, challenges, that will make people go, oh wow, okay, let's go with this. So yeah, that one's also exciting.
well that'll be great. Because the previous guest I've interviewed with, which is Nicola, um, she she told me like what am I what characters am I most excited to see the most, and I'm
Oh
like,
yes,
yeah,
did you say? That's a good question.
yeah, and I was like, I don't know, I'm interested in all of them.
Yeah, and I think that's a really, really good response because I think, like I said, you can't really imagine what's happened in Scott's brain to filter the story that we all know quite well into this other story, and it all holds up. So, even there's some tiny touches which I didn't. It took me a while to kind of really get. Like I can say like where's the crocodile? That's all I'll say. But like little sort of touches, textures from the story, the original story. They're all there, but they're not there in a way that you would immediately imagine.
Ah, okay. Um, because the other thing is like, because like I saw that the circus part when you guys were filming Peter Pan. Do you think there'll be like a circus scene in that movie?
Yeah, there was you saw footage from that day or
Yeah.
stills from that day.
Yeah, I saw the
So
film.
it's quite a big day of filming. So there's definitely things in the circus. Yeah,
Okay. Because
yeah.
I saw like I think like I did want to see like Captain Hawk. Um
Captain Hook is another good example of of a character that is not as you would imagine them. But the thing I would definitely come back to is they all make sense psychologically. So within this kind of reframing of the story, which is through Peter, the way that Peter sees things and the way that Peter, what's happening in Peter's brain is kind of making sense to him, then all of the other elements fit into the world when filtered through his brain.
okay, because like I the first time I saw him was when the poster was coming out, and he did look creepy.
He looks creepy. And one aspect which, one of the many that I really like, which I look forward to seeing how the audience respond, is that this is about strong women. Like Wendy is such a strong character. Tinkerbell there's a lot going on with Tinkerbell, but is a strong character, and they're really sort of standing up for. And the mother of the boys. There's a lot of kind of powerful energy, and I think that's again not what people would expect from Peter Pan. So
Okay. Because like the other thing I've heard after while I was looking forward to Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, um, I haven't heard that a long time ago there was a dark story about Peter Pan. Like he was capturing, like making the children's like fly, but actually capturing them.
yeah, I mean the thing that we should say at this point
Yeah.
is that look, Peter Pan, written by J.M. Barrie, is so weird and so dark. And the Edwardians, the British Edwardians, I don't know what was going on during that period, but they were across the board. There were some crazy stories, and so it's already really, really dark. And what Scott's done is just pull it into the 21st century and represent that darkness and that psychological trauma, whatever, however you want to call it, through a modern perspective. So that's how I'd answer your point.
Okay. Because like it's like when that movie is gonna be really cool because like, it'll be about like Wendy's trying to save his brother from Peter Pan and Tinkerbell.
Yeah, that's right. So she is the sort of the heart of the film, and I really love that. And Megan, who plays Wendy, is so brilliant and so strong and so resolute and powerful. So yeah, I think that's another energetic shift in the way that this very traditional, well-known story has been reimagined.
Okay. Like I was saying about the way Peter Pan looks. I I haven't. I thought like he was gonna have like because like I saw that in the end credits of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, like the drawings. I thought he was gonna look kind of similar to like the drawings, like with the top hat.
I see. Yeah, yeah. Well, what do you think about the prosthetics? They're pretty amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they were pretty amazing.
So the prosthetics team, it was such a pleasure to meet them and work with them. And I think they're just so clever, and the work that they did on both Winnie Pooh films and then definitely on this. Um, and I had some prosthetics, not a lot, but yeah, it was really intriguing to to go through that process every day.
Oh, okay. Um, the way I saw Winnie the Pooh Blind Honey 2 was like I I really enjoyed it by the way the huge improvement was, and I'm really expecting to see if Peter Pan is going to be kind of like that.
I think it's light years ahead now. From
Uh,
what I can, I think just in terms of all the aspects, I think. Yeah.
okay, so like the what I saw in the I'm just trying to think of what I saw in the Instagram because like when I saw the picture of Tinkerbell, I was kind of like seeing the mirror, like seeing what Tinkerbell looks like.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's right. That's the only thing that's been released. You see her very obscurely in the mirror. Yeah. So yeah, I can't say much more. You'll just have to wait. She's Tinkerbell's such a great character, and I love what has how it was written and Scott's ideas for the character, but also and it was a real pleasure to work together on her and who she is and aesthetically just really great. And the thing, there's many things that people know about Tinkerbell, but in terms of the her being a bit cheeky and all of those things. But obviously the thing people know is like, do you believe in fairies? Clap if you believe in fairies. And I think that's what I particularly love about what Scott's done is it's about belief and self-belief and it's about belief. That's all I'll say. Again, that's why I say it's like a psychological thriller as much as it is a horror film.
Oh, okay. Because like yeah, 'cause I think it does make sense that it will be like a psychological film. Because like if it's like Peter Pan like kidnapping the kids, that would kind of remind me of the Black Farm.
Yeah, which is why that was such a reference point. And
Yeah.
um, just going back to sort of the original story and J.M. Barrie, I think it again really makes sense. Around that time was the birth or the development of psychoanalysis in Europe. It was, there was a lot of dark stories. There was a lot about childhood innocence. It's a bit later than Alice in Wonderland, but there was a lot of concern about the the weirdness of childhood, but also protecting childhood. And I think that's what it's all of those themes that's been pulled out for this story.
Oh, okay. I almost forgot to say because I think I have one more question left. I just think because what I saw in the poster, like Tinkerbell was holding something.
Ah, yes. Do you see what she was holding?
Yeah, yeah, it kind of looks like a needle or something.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. You're right. So you can infer what you like from that.
Oh, that would be great. Because like because like what I heard from Scott is like about the pixie dust.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Oh, he's already told you. So there's, what's the pixie dust and how is it used?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like the way because like what I heard Scott said what it is. I was like, oh.
And which takes us back to, you remember what I said about the crocodile.
Yeah.
So that is quite an obscure reference, but when it all comes together, you'll go, ah, okay.
Oh, okay. Well when I see when that movie comes out, I am going to see what's going to happen, and I'll be like, OMG.
I think you definitely will. And I love how many thoughts you've already connected already. So I think, yeah, you really will be like, oh my God, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense now. So yeah, great. Can't wait to hear your reaction.
Yeah, yeah, because trust me, like when I heard about the announcement of the first Winnie the Pooh, I was like fully interested in like straight away.
Yeah, and I heard it on this very boring serious news program in the UK, however many years ago, and they did this sort of report saying, "Oh, you'll never guess what's happened now." Ooh, very disapproving. And I do remember thinking, well, I don't really like horror films, but that sounds cool. I do remember that sound, rock and roll, good work. I like that you're upsetting people, especially these serious news journalists who are all a little bit like, "Is nothing sacred?" And I was like, yeah, good work. So it's funny that we've all got together and started working together.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I am so happy to have you on my podcast.
But it's an absolute pleasure. I love your enthusiasm for it all. So yeah, thanks very much.
Yeah, no problem. And when Peter Pan comes out, I will let you know how I love it.
Great, definitely. Thank you. Look forward to your review.
All right. Well, thank you for
Great.
coming over.
My pleasure. It's great to meet you, and hope we chat again one day.
Yep. I'll chat with you again. See you later.
Sure. Bye.
Well, this concludes today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and thank you so much, Kit, for joining my podcast. I had a great time talking with you, and I cannot wait to see you on the screens for the upcoming Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare as Tinkerbell, which probably might come around in October or early next year. I cannot wait to see more news about it. Thank you for coming along to the darkness to watch this interview, and next week I will be coming back to tell you all about the video game versus movie of my favorite game franchise of all times, Five Nights at Freddy's. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, stay spooky.